name is Ken Holland from Chicago, Illinois, South Side. What he is? Well, I got an opportunity to meet Coach Mayden back, I want to say 1983. He was actually coaching, I believe, this team called the Cardinals. And one of the things I noticed about Coach Mayden was his passion. He's a very passionate coach, but he really put his heart and soul into trying to teach us young guys how to play the game the right way. And to the point that, I was willing, when he poached me from that team, as we got a little older, I was willing to go and become a member of one of his teams. You know what? Really enjoyed the experience playing, for the traveling team that we played. We got one of my favorite experiences was when we went to La Crosse, Wisconsin. It was like they had never seen Black people in Wisconsin. And the funny thing about that particular trip is we took the school bus. We rode the school bus down there. And on I can't remember because the trip was crazy. I don't remember whether a tire came off the bus while we were riding on the way down. So we looking out the window, there's a tire rolling down the highway alongside the bus. So we had to stop and get that fixed. And then on the way back, we hit a deer. So I missed 2 days of school behind that trip. Because it was supposed to be just for the weekend. I think we got back Tuesday or Wednesday. But it was a lot of fun, the camaraderie with the fellas and just, the relationships that we were able to build. And just Coach Mayden was able to put it all together. And even that particular trip, at that time, my family couldn't afford to send me on that trip. And Coach Mayden and Coach Powell dug into their own pockets. That's how much they cared about the guys. To make sure, they just told my parents, hey, just make sure he got enough money so he can eat. We'll take care of everything else. And they did that, and I'm forever grateful and appreciate that. Some of the comical things that would go on the trip, the singing songs, and we really would crack a lot of jokes. One of the things I can say about Coach Mayden is, a tremendous sense of humor. Because we would ride him about his weight, about his stomach. And we would tease him about that. You go on the road trip, we stop at a restaurant, he coming down, I'm the bus driver, I'm everything, can I get a free meal? Very good memories about, some of the things that we went. I remember when we were in Wisconsin, and we started mocking some of the Caucasian players. Come on, Chuck, we need you, And the parents, we just had a blast. And the funny thing about it is we could tell that, the people out there never seen Black people. So, it was an interesting experience. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. We had a tremendous experience, the relationships, and I know it was a little bit, I wish I would have had an opportunity to play for you when you had gotten a little bit more experience. Because we were on we were when you were kind of just getting started. So, probably if I would have come along a little bit later, I might have been able to make the Major League Baseball. Because I watched you and I followed you and I saw that you really expanded your horizons and developed into all around coaching. And I know development like that takes time as a professional. And like I said, I wish I was a little bit younger. I had an opportunity to play for you maybe 10 years later, and maybe I would have had a shot. Whitney Young. I was Whitney Young Dolphin. Matter of fact, we had a couple of pretty good teams. Got to play at Comiskey Park, the old Comiskey, and we lost a finger in the semifinals. That was a gut-wrenching loss, but got a chance to play with some really good players. Matter of fact, one of the guys that I played with, you recruited to play with us on our traveling team. You remember Miguel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you poached him off my high school team.
And while you was at Whitney Young, I understand you actually had a unique opportunity nobody else had, was to meet Princess Diana and Prince Charles.
That is correct. Yes, I did. They came to our school. Yeah, it's funny. That probably I probably would have forgotten about that if you hadn't reminded. We did coach our school, and we did get to meet, and we got to meet a lot of different people. And most of my teammates, playing with you attended CVS. Because we lived in the South Shore neighborhood, so in Hyde Park, uh, and I enjoyed the trash talk, but I didn't have any help. I had no help because I was outnumbered every time.
So did you get the princess autograph? I gotta ask the question. Did you get their
No
autograph?
autograph, no autographs, no
No
autographs.
autograph. You get no picture?
Nope, I didn't even have a camera back then. I was poor.
Do you have a picture, Coach Mayden?
Do I? I don't have any pictures of you. I don't have any pictures. That's one thing I regret. I don't have any pictures from any of those trips that we went on. Any of the summer games we played on 87th Street, or even the ones we played at Rainbow Park, or even the ones we played. I don't even know if you remember. We played on 115th for a little while, and we played on at Morgan Park.
Yeah.
We played right off the expressway. There's a little janky park over there. We played at sometime.
Maple Park.
And I don't have any pictures. I enjoy when I go on your page and I get to see some of the pictures that you guys post, because that brings back great memories. Even though I found like I'm not in most of them. People think I'm a ghost. Man, you know what? I would say, Coach Mayden, I really appreciate the effort that you put into, the time, the effort that you put into learning the game of baseball and teaching us the game of baseball, and the time that you spent making it possible for us to play. Being inner city kids, generally we don't get opportunities like that, and you don't really you take those things for granted when you're young. But being able to reflect on those times, how much we appreciate you and what you did for us, that not too many men are willing to do, and the sacrifices that you have to make. So, but what I'm saying is those are the types of things that there weren't guys out there that cared enough about young people, at that time. I was very fortunate to have men like you guys in my life, to fill in the gap. I had my father at home, but you guys, fill in those gaps and helped, develop our character, teach us, about giving back to the community, because that was huge. You sold a lot of your resources into making sure we had everything that we needed, and that was a very selfless act, and we greatly appreciate it. And like I said, we really honest, really appreciate everything that you did for us growing up. Oh, for sure. Never forget that. We had some great times.